we mentioned how you need to make things happen.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
Things happen because they are either we're thinking too much about them, could be negative or positive. I don't want that thing to happen to me, would definitely come up as something that is going to happen because you're focusing too much on it. And same applies to something that you want. But again, it's controversial because at times when you're thinking too much about it, it's not happening because your focus is somewhere, you're out of focus. So the determination is going somewhere else. And that applies for people who would like to pay more attention to their health, and yet they can't. Women, especially, and this is the reason why we're here with Nour. Nour, who has first inspired herself to be who she is, and then she is passing it on to women all over the world. We're global now. We cannot say that we belong to a certain place or origin. We're so international. We're so...
Now that we're online, absolutely, you can reach all corners
no barriers.
Of the world. Nothing.
It's just...
Yeah. The only thing that keeps us separate is the different time zones.
Yes.
But even then, you can kind of match it up, you know. You can always find a common time that is convenient to have a meeting or have a workout.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Trainer, workout trainer, personal trainer, wellness trainer, no matter how we put it. And also, but it started from yourself. You
Absolutely.
trained yourself to be who you are.
Absolutely.
Right? Because of the experiences, the path that you've had in your life. We've been talking about our lives, our personal lives. And everything that we do has a reason. Everything that triggers, that follows us in our life has a reason. It's because of our childhood or something that happened while we were growing up. But mostly it goes back to our childhood roots where it all happens. And for those who on their way while they're growing up, they realize that this is something that I need to sort out. This is a cycle that I need to, redirect. That's when things change. For certain people, they are victim all throughout their lives.
Generational trauma. What do? Do you hang on to it? Do you keep it? Do you pass it on to your children? Or do you work on it?
It's a choice, right?
Completely. Absolutely. I don't want to pass on any generational trauma to my children. So I worked on it.
You've had it, right?
Everyone.
You've had it. Everybody else.
I don't know anyone that hasn't had generational,
Yeah.
has had any childhood traumas. And if they haven't, it's very rare, but perhaps it's been passed on to them through, through genetics, through their parents, through who knows.
Yeah.
But again, it's just baggage. It's something you don't need to carry with you. So I made a choice, and I didn't want to carry anything on with me, either into my next relationship or into the next chapter in my life or the next decade of my life. I just wanted to start fresh. And this happened around it was more around early 40s, actually.
Right.
And
which is not that far away.
It's quite far away now, but I don't mind. I don't mind, I was
Too far?
Thank you.
And if you want to lean forward, you can always push it back.
Sure.
So just keep it there.
If you want to work on it while you're talking.
I just want to get my coffee.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I'll
No.
start off.
You start.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, while we were talking about the choices that we make in our life, and it happens sooner or later for certain people. And for you, it was just a few years back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. You get to a point in your life where enough is enough. And, you know, we're of a generation where we can make those changes. You know, we dig deep. We
Yeah.
find the courage. Our parents' generation, not so much, you know.
not
but-
at all, I must say.
Okay,
Not at all.
absolutely.
Isn't it?
I didn't want
You-
to say
yes.
it like that, but yes,
It is
I
what it
agree
is.
with you.
It is what it is.
I agree with you. They
Yeah.
were not brave enough to the cultural expectations were just too much. You know, the cultural pressures are too strong. The religious pressures are too strong.
Yes.
They don't want to make those changes. But for me and for you, our generation was different. So it was time for change.
Because you also come from a
Very
conservative
Yes,
background,
Yes.
Turkish
yes.
parents,
Muslim.
Muslim, but you grew up in the UK.
I was born in the
You
UK.
were born there. So
Yeah.
how did that make any difference?
It was very difficult. It was, torn between two cultures.
Yeah.
Wanting to be like the girls at school, wanting to do what the teenagers were doing, but I wasn't allowed.
Were you ever bullied?
I was too quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I was the one that just kind of like blended in
Yeah.
in the distance.
Mhm.
Nobody knew I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I kind of like escaped the harsh bullying, the little bullying, I got because I wore
That's-
glasses
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
and like my name, nobody could say my name.
What would they call you?
So because my parents didn't spell it phonetically, they spelt it N-U-R. It was Nour.
Oh yes.
And I was too shy, you know, to say, but, you know, that's not how you say my name, you know.
Yes.
So for years and years and years and years, I just let people call me whatever they wanted. And it basically, it was Nour.
And how did you feel about that?
I hated it. I hate the fact that no one could say my name properly.
But you didn't do anything about it. You couldn't do
didn't.
anything about
I
it.
didn't. I was too shy. I was too shy and I didn't have any confidence.
And that actually, it was with you. That shyness or that not being able to say things, it went on for a long period of time in your relationship, in your marriage. And
Yes.
but then you got out of that cycle.
I can't explain how I found this amazing confidence within me and this self-love through exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it.
When did it happen? When did you find exercise as your strength? When did that happen?
I've always loved sports. I think I was kind of naturally geared towards sports, but I had my first child quite early, 22. Before that, I was into karate, some martial arts, and I even got my black belt.
Black belt.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love sports. Just, I don't know. I just used to, wasn't brilliant at it. I mean, I was on the gymnastics team at school. I could just about barely do the splits. I was on the netball team, but I was a defender. And I don't know why I was a defender, because I was not particularly tall,
Yeah.
but I couldn't shoot. So they put me at the...
Still.
I think I like to be part of a team. I think being part of a team was it helped me
Mhm.
because I didn't have many friends, so
Yeah.
being part of a team was like kind of the alternative. So yeah, I had my kids. I had 4 kids under the age of 9 within 9 years,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so I had them quite young. And then I discovered the gym.
Yes. Was the gym your way out of,
So, yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little bit of
Because-
escapism.
because you were married to a Pakistani, yeah, and there's a cultural difference that came in.
He's not traditional.
Okay.
He's
So
not
did that
traditional.
help?
No, because we'd led very separate lives. So I did whatever I did with my kids, and he did whatever he did on his own, and it was fine because we were very different people.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hold any animosity or anything like
Yeah.
that. You know, when some people are just not meant to be married, it happens.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, of course.
So I have nothing to be angry about or upset about. My children have grown up beautifully. You know, they're great adults, you know, and I'm very proud. And I'm very grateful to the universe. But I kind of like waited until my eldest son was old enough to look after the little ones.
He's the eldest.
He's the eldest. He's the eldest. Before that, I couldn't leave them, you know. There wasn't anyone to look after them.
Yes.
So I waited for him to be old enough, mature enough.
But you knew that you had, this wouldn't work out. You knew. And it took you 20
Oh, the marriage, yes, 20 years.
20 years?
Yeah. Again, it's confidence. It's finding the courage.
Yes.
Knowing what we should be doing as a woman that's best for us.
And for our children, right? Because when there are children involved, it's not just about us. Especially being a woman, this is the reason why we're talking about all this, because we women tend to think a lot about the family.
Sacrifice.
Yes. And that's where we neglect our health.
We neglect everything because everything else comes first. Children come
Starting
first.
with health.
Parents
Yeah.
come first.
Yeah, exactly.
Partners, husbands,
Yes.
sisters, brothers,
Yes.
you know, everything and everyone comes first. Work.
Yeah.
What do we do for ourselves?
What do? We're happy when they're happy. That's what we say, right?
That's what we say.
We're happy when they're, my child or our children, they're happy, so I'm happy. That makes me happy. But is that enough?
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You know, I think we've conditioned ourselves to believe that's enough.
And conditioned ourselves, and we think that we're being selfish,
Yeah.
right? Anybody else would. It's not just me as a woman. Another woman who doesn't think on the same, likes of it would say this. Would be like, oh my God, look at her, because it's so easy to point your finger at someone, especially a woman pointing finger on another woman and saying that,
That's the worst, actually.
isn't it? And this is what usually happens.
Let me give you a scenario. So you have husband and wife living in a home with some small children, 2 or 3 small children, and then you have the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law is the mother of the husband. Husband comes home from work. He changes and he says, right, I'm going to the gym, and off he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah? His mother will say, oh, you know, well done, Beta. You know, you're looking after yourself. I'm so proud of you. Go look after your health, look after yourself, and off he goes, yeah? Then the next day, the mother says, but I want to go to the gym. What do you think she's going to get in response? But
Are you
what?
mad?
Are you leaving your children?
Yes. Who's going to take care of them?
Who's going to take care of me as the mother-in-law, you know? It's like...
You come to the gym with me.
So it's cultural expectations, there's conditioning, there's, it's your role as a woman within a family unit that kinda is very restricting. So how do we break those cycles? How do we break that thought process that women cannot or should not take time for themselves?
How?
How? I have no idea. I've been asking I knew how to do it for myself.
Yeah. But that's enough.
But-
you pass it on to people.
I'm kind of hoping.
You set the example
I'm hoping.
by doing what you're doing. And what you're doing is just amazing. Taking time out to inspire women to work out only for 30 minutes, which
That's
is more than enough.
You don't need any more
Yeah.
than that. I know the guys go to the gym for an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, but I've seen them. I see what
What do they do? Do they really work
They
out?
chat.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're on their phones,
Yeah.
you know. They're going from one place to another. They take 5 minutes rest between sets, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
And it's like,
Is it really working out? Yeah.
you don't need that much time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't give that much time.
I don't allow them. I don't allow any rest. Why? Because it's 30 minutes.
Yes, it is.
You know, it's just switch on. I expect everybody to be on time. We bang, 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 do our exercise, and off you go. Bye, bye. Go and do whatever you need to do now. Go
Yeah.
and do your cooking.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to do. It's done. It's finished. But
yeah.
you know now that you have done something amazing
Yes.
for yourself.
It feels accomplished.
Completely.
And you feel good.
You do.
You feel really good.
It releases all the right hormones.
Yes, yes, it does. But why is it so challenging? Why?
Challenging as in to inspire women to do it, or challenging as in actually doing the exercise?
Both.
Both.
Yes.
Everything is hard at the beginning. Everything, anything, any new skill,
Mm-hmm.
anything that you're learning
Yeah.
is hard. It has to be.
Was
Because
it hard
it's
for you?
Of course.
Was it challenging for you because
Of
you
course.
you were into sports, you were very active,
But I
was
took
it
a big
still-
long gap.
Okay,
Yeah, I took a long gap. 15 years of nothing.
really?
Yeah. Because the kids were so small.
Yeah.
You know, I had to wait for the older one to be a, good solid teenager before he could look after the younger ones while I went. So it was a long gap, and I'd put on, the baby fat, you
Yes.
know. I'd just approached 40, so it was like, well, the hormonal changes were coming too, and it was like, I didn't feel myself. I didn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of it, a failed marriage. On top of it, the disappointment from
Everything was there.
parents, and and this view of the future that just looked so dismal.
Hmm.
So it was time for me to do something. I went to therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy was great.
Yes.
It was good. Everybody needs therapy.
Yeah, because we all need some help at times.
We need to talk.
Yeah.
We need to talk, and talking to your friend is it's great. It's good. It's great actually to talk to your friend, but you talking to both therapists they're trained.
Somebody's neutral and
Yeah,
they're trained.
They
exactly.
know
Yeah,
what to
they-
unpick.
Yes.
So and then alongside that was exercise, and I joined. There was a brand new massive Virgin Active gym that was being built just literally a few minutes from my house. I went with my son.
Oh.
And
How old was he?
He was about 14, 15
Okay.
at the time.
That was his
And-
time of
Yeah,
getting in the
yeah,
gym as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
hitting the gym.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I said to him, come on, let's go and join. So he joined and I joined. And we took turns to go. He was looking after the little ones for me. I had no idea what to do, though. I'd go, I'd be looking around. I was very shy still, wearing, very baggy sweat bottoms and oversized T-shirts. I didn't have money to hire a personal trainer. So I'd walk on the treadmill. Then I thought, there's classes. Why don't I try some of the classes?
Yes.
I did, Pilates was amazing. But I was right at the back. I'm always at the back. Wherever I go, whatever I do, if I'm learning a new skill, I like to observe as well.
Okay.
So I was at the back. I did Pilates for 7 years. And then one day the instructor came to me and he said, you're good enough to teach. He said, if I'm not here one day, will you teach? And I went,
Wow.
and that was like a real boost
Mm-hmm.
of confidence for
Yes.
me.
Yes.
I never saw myself, 'cause I've always been a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I trained as. I did a psychology degree, and then from psychology degree, I did a postgraduate degree. So I know how to teach. So I thought, oh, okay. So I also I tried other classes. I did Zumba. I didn't like Zumba. I like dancing, but I didn't like Zumba.
Yeah.
I tried some body combat stuff. It was great, body combat and all that. But I just found the classes were too long.
Mm-hmm. You did not want something long.
I just wanted to go in, do the class, have a sweat, whatever I wanted, whatever result
Yes.
I wanted to get from
Yeah.
that workout.
Yeah.
I wanted it to come quick, and that's why I struggled with yoga. Yeah,
It
it was
takes
just
time. It's
an hour and a half of
Yes.
hatha yoga. It was like, when is
Yes.
this going to end?
yes.
And I think that's down to my concentration. I just
Mhm.
feel like my concentration goes after 30 to 40 minutes.
I think any.
Do you think so?
normal
It's not
person-
just me.
Yeah.
then.
No, it's not just you. Especially not you.
So, yeah, I started to question the timings of the classes. And I thought,
Yeah.
why are they longing this out?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they taking so long to warm people up? Why are they taking so long to cool people down? Why are they giving so many gaps when actually you don't need that much
Yeah.
gap for recovery?
You
because-
actually don't need it. Exactly. Yeah.
Not for us. Women recover much quicker than men.
Yes.
We don't overload. We're not progressively overloading with weights anyway. So, yeah. So I started to think and question and ponder, and then I decided I'd like to learn to be a personal trainer,
Mm-hmm.
more for myself. I want to be able to go into a gym and know exactly what to do and how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I did my personal training course at the YMCA. It was over a course of only 4 months. It was very good. And I knew what I was doing. And I think I was the eldest person in the class as well. There was a lot of young people
Mhm.
there on the course. And but I know that I am the fittest and the strongest
Wow.
I have ever been in my whole life
Really?
at this age. At 55 years old, I feel I am at my peak. How many 55-year-olds can say that?
Not many. Not many. A few, yes, but not many. But why? Why do you think? Why do you think that's
Hard work, consistency, discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Every day. If I wasn't the trainer, I would still have to do 30 minutes of some form of workout every day.
Yeah.
Whether it was a Pilates inspired workout or a high intensity interval type of workout or muscle workout.
Mm.
Plus, you need to do all of that anyway within a week.
Yeah.
So you would have to alternate those types of workouts. But yeah, I'm not shy anymore,
And that's really good.
and I'm
It
confident.
helps because you not being shy is helping you to be the trainer and to also encourage other women. That was my question actually. Why women for your exercise? How did this whole training thing happen for women?
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is again, it's one part of the question where you were a shy woman, and there's so many other women who are shy, also conscious of working out with other people, going to the gym.
Everyone looks amazing at the gym, don't they?
Know that they do.
You walk
They're
in
just
and it's
perfect.
like, wow.
How is that possible?
full makeup and
Yeah.
the booties and everything's kind of like
Does
exposed.
gym really do that?
Mm.
Does it? You would know. I've never been to a gym.
But when you're walking in with baggy sweat bottoms and an oversized t-shirt, and it's like, Yeah, do I really belong here is the question. And it is, of course we belong in there.
Yeah.
We do belong. It doesn't matter what you wear. Everyone has a right to be
course.
in a gym.
Of course.
But as women, you know, we do feel out of place, you know, especially in the weights area. You know, number one, it smells.
Oh.
Number two, it's, you know, you've got a whole load of testosterone.
Yes.
You know, men hogging the weights, you know, sweaty benches. You want to lift weights? It's not really the environment, you know. It's hard. Yeah, you've got your young girls in there, and you know what? I really admire them that they've got the confidence to go in there and do what they do. You know,
amongst all these
big
men and
hairy men.
also all
Yeah,
and the surrounding and the
Yeah.
environment.
yeah.
It's not easy.
It's not easy,
Yeah.
and it's not an environment for a lot of us.
So was that the inspiration behind
Yeah.
all that?
So I could go in there now.
Yeah.
I could
Of
quite
course,
happily
of
go in there
course.
now.
Yeah.
And I, you know, and and you know what used to really get me? Even though I had trained as a personal trainer, and I was in there training myself,
Yes.
I'd still get men coming up to me saying, "Oh, you know that you're doing that wrong," or "You know, let me show you how to do it properly," or
The ego.
"You know, you're not going for
Yeah.
range of motion." It was like, but you don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You don't know what my program is. You don't know what my history is.
Yes.
You don't know what I'm trying to achieve here.
Yeah.
You know, so why are you interfering in my workout?
Mhm.
So yeah, you do get that too. Oh, can I spot you? No, you can't spot you. No, if I needed to spot you, I'd come and ask you.
Exactly.
So yeah, you've got all that going on in a gym.
Mm-hmm.
So COVID happened. Nobody could go to the gym.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yes.
And then people were phoning me. Nour, what do we do? What do we do? We can't go to the gym. We can't work out. Well, why don't we do Zoom workouts? Why don't we just like switch Zoom on and see? We'll just work out together, you
Mhm.
know, see how it goes. So we started like 2-3 of us every day. We'd switch on same time. We just agreed at a time. We'd switch on. We'd do a little workout together.
Yeah.
Would sit and chat, which was nice
Yeah.
because you couldn't chat, could
Yeah.
you? Otherwise.
Yeah.
And then the next day, one of the girls would say, I've invited another friend. And then another friend was invited, another friend. At one point, there were 500 women trying to, obviously you can only do 40 at a time on Zoom. So I was doing morning and evening.
Yeah.
They were ladies so I was in the UK at this time. There were
Yes.
ladies in Dubai. There were ladies in India. There were ladies in Algeria. There were ladies in Croatia. You know, there were ladies from everywhere, you know, friend of a friend of a friend. You know, there's this lady who's teaching for free, you know, come and join, you know. It was the fear that kind of pushed us all together.
Yes.
The fear of, you know, obviously everyone knows what the fear was, but yeah, and it just grew and grew and grew, and that started March 2020
Okay.
until November 2020. Every day, twice a day, for free.
Wow.
And it was great. It was brilliant, and I feel like it helped a lot of people, a lot of women.
That's exactly what you wanted to do. That's exactly what you that's where you wanted to start, to help
Yeah.
women.
But on a mass scale.
Yeah.
Not just on an individual scale.
Yeah, of course.
So while I was teaching in a school, I was doing one-to-ones with clients. So
Right.
I was very fortunate that I had a large house in London, so there was room to have one room just specially as a gym
Yeah.
area. So I could do one-to-ones in my spare time.
Mm-hmm.
But they were just individuals. It was like, you know, I wanted to help on, and this was, you know, what I really wanted was to help on a mass scale,
Yeah.
to help build a community. That's it, build a community
Yeah.
of women, like-minded women
Mm-hmm.
who had a passion for improving, self-improvement,
Right.
health, nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
fitness, confidence, the mental well-being,
Yeah,
because that's all comes from exercise.
it does. Do you think there are many of them?
I believe there are many women out there who would like to, but just don't know how.
Yeah.
Going to a gym is not an option if you've got little ones at home and a very busy husband.
There's always something going on. There's always something. You put the workout at the back burner. You're like, I need to do this. I have this. There are always priorities. So it's always gone.
But I always think, can you do all those things if one day you wake up and that body doesn't work anymore?
Mm. And it won't eventually. It won't.
This is, what we've been given here is a gift.
Mm.
It's a gift. It's when we're born, it's running perfectly.
Yeah.
And what do? Nothing to look after it.
We're not even aware of what we're doing with it.
We don't drink enough water. We don't sleep enough. We don't eat the right foods.
The right food, exactly. Yeah.
And we don't exercise it.
Mm. Yeah.
You want your body to work perfectly well for as long as it can.
Mm-hmm.
You want longevity.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Mm-hmm.
If I said to you, I can give you 10 more years onto your life, what would you say?
I wouldn't have. I mean, I don't really know what to say, because I'm like, what does that even mean,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm.
Like, what
Mm.
does she mean by that?
10 more years onto your life. I can extend 10 more years.
How would you do that?
Exercise.
Mm.
Exercise and nutrition will give you 10 more years.
So when you're exercising, that also allows you to become more aware of what you're eating,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, because you're
creates a balance.
fueling yourself. It no longer becomes, you're not eating for the sake of eating. You're eating for refueling,
Right.
for repairing,
Yes.
for the nutrients. Because why exercise on a regular basis? You can see you're toning, your muscles are just getting stronger,
They do.
you're becoming faster, you're becoming more agile, but you're not fueling yourself with the right substances.
Yes.
You start to think, you start to
It does. It
yeah,
does.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
The purer your body becomes through exercise, the less tolerant you become to the substances that are not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
That your body can't handle as much alcohol as it used to. Your body can't handle, your lungs can't handle smoking. If you're jumping up and down during a high intensity interval training, those lungs can't handle it, so you're going to have to rethink what's more important.
Yeah.
The smoking or your lungs? So yeah, you start to question a lot of your lifestyle habits.
Have you had women who, for them, it was really a challenge? You really had to push and push, but they've achieved something. Now they're like really good at what they're following your workouts, and really that transformed their lives. Have you had women?
One thing that I have learnt over the last few years is that women cannot be pushed.
Definitely not.
They don't like to be pushed.
Yes. You're a woman yourself, so you know that.
Unless you are unless it's coming from you, unless it's coming from your heart, from your soul,
Mm-hmm.
that you want to do well for yourself.
Yes.
If I pushed you,
Mm-hmm.
you would start to resent me.
Yeah. Okay.
And you would go the opposite. It's human nature.
Yeah.
So if a woman comes to me and says, I want this and this and this, I have all these goals, okay? So we have the discussion. I provide a service,
Okay.
yeah? Come,
Mm-hmm.
turn up.
Yeah.
That's all I require.
Because even that's tough. Turning up
Mm.
is tough. Can be tough. Again, we have so many things going on, and we always look for excuses that tomorrow, and
Those
really,
excuses
Yeah.
have been unreal.
you know that.
One day I sat down and I made a list of all the excuses that women have given me. I won't go into that right now, but they've been
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah, and you can tell if they're really.
I know it's an excuse. Of course I know it's an excuse.
You can tell.
I say to my ladies, unless you have a high temperature, there's absolutely no reason why you can't be here.
Yeah.
Even if you're tired,
Mm.
exercise rejuvenates you.
It helps. It helps.
You know, it-
Yes.
It gives you energy.
Yeah.
So if you don't have energy at the beginning, have a green tea, have a little coffee, get yourself to the workout, and you will find that energy. That energy comes,
It does.
and then you feel 100 million times better after that.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're in a bad mood, it resets your mood.
Mm-hmm.
If you're having cold sweats or hot sweats or hot flushes from hormonal changes, it will come and rebalance your hormones. If you're tired because you haven't slept very well, it will help you sleep
Yeah.
the coming night. If your joints are achy, come along. You'll probably find that your joints will feel better.
Right.
So, yeah, these excuses, they've been really, really interesting. And, women will find it's a bit like the dog ate the homework sort of excuses. You know, the ones you give to your teacher, or the dog ate the homework. What can you do? No, I can't push, and no, I won't push.
Yeah, of course.
I provide a service, I provide a platform. If you want to do well for yourself, if you want to be fit and healthy, not just for yourself, what about for your children?
Yes, of course.
You want to look after your children?
Of course.
Or do you want to come to a certain age in your life when you won't be able to look after yourself?
Mm.
Do you expect your children to look after you? No. Come on, we're not of that
Definitely not.
generation
Of course
anymore,
not.
where
Of course not.
the 60-year-old mother-in-law sits there and expects everything done for her. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Those days are gone.
Definitely.
You know, we are strong, independent women, and we need to look after ourselves, not just for ourselves, but for our children too. Yeah, but I have had some amazing transformations. I've had women come to me who've just had brain surgery,
Oh,
who've
wow.
had liver transplants, who've had hip surgery.
Yeah.
Replacement.
Yes.
You know, and it's like
They're there.
they're there because they want to be a better version of themselves.
Yes. Does it have to do with women from a certain continent,
Culture.
culture?
Mm-hmm.
Does
Ethnicity.
that have an effect?
Yeah. I've always attracted women who are of a similar black background to me, and I think the majority of the ethnicities that come to me are Asian or Arab. I have a lovely community of Croatian ladies, and I think these are because they've come from a teaching background. And
Okay.
again, I train quite a few teachers.
Yes.
So white British women like going to the gym. It's not a barrier for them.
Mm-hmm.
White British women in Dubai,
Yeah.
they like going to the gym,
Okay.
and it's not a barrier for them. There's no
They
barriers.
have to go to the gym.
think they like the social aspect too.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just the
No,
physical.
I think the social aspect, the classes, that's their community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't have a community of white British or. So it's women similar to me.
Mm-hmm.
Asian, Arab
Mm-hmm.
women who don't like the gym or
Yeah.
can't get to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
They do come to you, and they're willing to make that time and effort. They're there.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there. The platform is there. I'm there when they're ready. Maybe they do need that little bit of encouragement. You know, I say to them, look, I have people message me all the time, and
Mm-hmm.
they say, look, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking,
Okay.
yeah. I say, come, let's do a one-to-one first. Let me show you the exercises.
Yeah.
Because it's daunting, isn't it? Okay. Did you know that there is a condition? I don't know a condition, whether it's a clinical condition or not, called FOWO, FOWO,
No.
fear of working out.
Oh. It
Yeah,
really exists.
it really exists.
Why? What is it about? Like, why would people
Have a fear?
have a fear for workout?
Yeah, good question. Not being able to do the exercises, the fear of failure.
Okay.
The
But that again has to do
Yeah.
with the ego, I suppose.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
But do you think women have that too?
Oh my gosh.
More women than men?
Yes.
Really?
So I have women who will say after the first or the second session, oh, but I can't do it.
Are these women overweight, or maybe they're
They can
embarrassed
be.
because of their weight?
It's not an
you think
embarrassment, I think,
it's-
because they can't.
That's how they feel.
I
how
think
they
they come
feel.
to a workout and they expect to be able to do the workout like I do the workout.
That's it. One shouldn't.
But
be,
then they don't realize that it's taken me 15, 20 years to get to
and
that
you're
stage.
the trainer. How would you teach if you are not good enough to do that?
Yeah.
And to see where you
Yeah.
need to,
But I always give alternatives.
Yes.
I never set anyone up for failure.
Exactly.
If I see someone struggling, I will change the
Yes.
exercise. I will give an alternative.
Mhm.
I can't think of anything worse of putting someone through something that is going to make them feel really bad about themselves.
Because then they won't come back.
They won't come back. They won't. But women have this expectation that they need to do it properly straight away, or they need the results straight away.
Why do you think? Why do?
Is it
why-
society? Is it society today? That instant gratification, those instant results? Is that why they would rather go and do the Botox or the tummy tucks?
Easy
or
way out?
It's quicker. It's easier.
But it
No?
doesn't. It doesn't help to feel good here. It's still
Inside.
inside.
What about the organs? Can you Botox
still-
the liver?
That wouldn't happen.
You know? Oh no, I'm not against anything like that.
It's
a
a
balance.
choice again. It's a choice.
It's a balance,
Yes.
you know.
But you cannot replace it with a workout.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. Unfortunately, you can't. You know, it's like I read something somewhere that says if you could make exercise as a pill, it would be the best-selling pill in the whole world. Nobody
And
wants to
it's-
exercise, but everyone wants the benefits of
course.
exercise.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
It is, and it's something which has to be consistent.
Has
You
to be.
cannot work out once and say that, oh, but it does feel good. Once you work out once, you feel the body, you feel a change in your body.
Yeah.
You feel fitter, you feel better.
The hormones.
Yes, but it has to be consistent. You cannot
Yes.
just do it
Yes.
once and then
Yes, but the problem is they'll do it the once. They will feel better because,
Yeah.
like you said earlier, it's a sense of achievement as well.
It is.
You
It
know, that
is.
you've done something
Yes.
really quite challenging.
Yeah.
We all love a challenge at the end of the day,
Of course.
but we want a challenge that is a little bit controllable, not something crazy.
Of course.
And that's why I try and make it doable. That's why I advertise my workouts as doable
Yes.
and as easily accessible,
yes.
because it's in your own home. It's in your own home, and I always give alternatives
Yes.
based on your experience.
Mhm.
So if you've never done any exercise before, I'm not going to expect you to come and do, press ups and mountain climbers straight away. No, of course not. I will
Yes.
give you alternatives,
Mhm.
So the endorphins will be released after
Yeah.
the first workout, and you will walk away. You will feel lighter, you will
Mhm.
feel happier,
Yes.
and if you've had a stressful day, you will feel de-stressed. Come the next workout, you'll feel a little bit more relaxed, less apprehensive, because you know what to expect.
Mhm.
But your muscles will be aching and the joints will be a little bit achy.
Which is a good sign.
It's a really good sign, but they don't like it. They think there's something wrong. Why are my
Exactly.
muscles aching?
they have to ache.
You know,
They're sending you signals that
Yeah.
okay, you did something. so-
something
yeah,
good,
something good.
something right.
So is it? How do you? How can you correct? Well, because it can be a challenge, instructing or training via Zoom or through the app. How do you spot the where the alignment and everything needs to be, because it's all about alignment.
Yeah.
Because you can be working out, if you're not working out the right way, the
Yeah.
body, the posture,
You can injure yourself. You can injure yourself.
and that's where people say that, oh my god, that trainer was not good. It's not
Yeah.
the trainer, it's
Yeah.
you who's not doing it well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
is it a challenge for you?
If
or
I can see,
you can see.
if
know you
I can see, if your camera is positioned properly,
yes,
that I can see you whole body, then I can spot. I
Yeah.
can spot your
Yeah.
form straight away. But I have ladies that show up in the cameras. I say, "Oh, what a lovely light fitting you have," because they don't want me to.
Oh,
Yeah.
even that happens. They want to work out, but they don't want to. They don't want you to see how they're working out.
Yeah. And I do say, "Are we cheating down there? Are we doing our mounting? What can you do?
Yeah.
These are grown-ass women at the end of the day."
Yes. So there
I-
are challenges.
I provide the platform. I'm there. Do you want to use me? Do you want to use my skills? I'm
Yes,
there.
Yes.
But if you just want to come along and cheat,
This is
or
serious business.
avoid,
you don't. Yeah, you cannot just.
But they're there. I say, but you're here now, which is great.
Yes.
You're actually physically here.
Yeah. That makes all the
So
difference.
that's still
Yeah.
better than the ones that didn't turn up.
Yeah.
Even the camera is facing the light fitting.
It's okay.
At least they're there, and then they're moving.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what is your, what drives you to do this consistently? How does because you're inspiring others, you're training others, but how do you get that inspiration? Where do you get it from? It's not easy. I know that. Because you're a human. You're human as well. You've got so many things going on. There are children. There's the husband, and there's everything that comes around with it. The society, all these influences, they do put you down at times. So you do feel, like I cannot do it. But how do you fight that challenge or challenges, or how do you bounce back?
It's an amazing
Bounce
question. It's a really good question. Do you brush your teeth before you go to bed?
Oh yes, I do.
Why?
Why do I brush my teeth? So that they're clean all throughout the night, and
It's a habit, no?
it's a habit. It is
You-
a habit. Yes.
Can you go to sleep without brushing your teeth?
Never,
Exactly.
never.
It
Oh.
becomes a habit.
That makes complete sense.
It becomes a habit,
Yeah,
and you can't do without it.
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
it does. I'm sure.
So that's
yeah.
one big element. Another
Yes.
element is you have to have an environment at home that people are pushing you, whether it's your children or whether it's your husband.
The
or whether
support.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. My husband would say to me, "Oh, are you not working out today?" Or I would say to him, "Oh, are you not going to the gym today? Why?"
There has to be the support. Yeah.
Very,
very
much
important.
so.
Yeah.
But same with whatever's going on in your kitchen. If you can't have all the shitty, crappy food in the house and not be expected to eat it just because the other people in your house want it. It has to be collective
Yeah.
mission
Of course.
kind of thing. You have to support each other. And the other thing is all the messages that I get. Nour, without you, I don't know what I would do. Nour, you have saved me from laziness, from self-destruction. Nour, you make me feel amazing through your workouts. Thank you so much. It's just those things. Then I know I'm doing the right thing.
Yes.
If I didn't get that sort of feedback, then I would say, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll go back to teaching.
Don't.
But
Yeah.
there are women that, I know that benefit so much from this.
Yeah. And this is where Active at Home came in.
Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
talk more about it.
Yeah,
Tell us
yeah, yeah.
something. Tell us more about Active at Home,
Mm-hmm.
so that
Mm-hmm.
people who are listening and watching can actually
Mm-hmm.
check it out.
So it's evolved from a social media platform like Facebook live streams
Okay.
to Zooms.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then my own app. It's kind of evolving, but it's a platform. At the end of the day, it is
Yes.
a platform for busy women.
Mm-hmm.
And I do get people asking me, but why women?
Yeah, exactly.
Why
yeah.
only women? But why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yes.
Men are fine at the gym.
Yes.
Okay, there is a handful of men that could do with some help.
Yeah.
Who feel the same way about the gym
Yes.
that women do.
Are you there for them?
Oh, of course I'd be there for them. Of course I would be there for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they wouldn't be part of the Active at Home community.
Of course.
That's an exclusive all-female community.
Yes.
Maybe I'd make Active at Home Mark II sort of thing.
Yeah.
Different platform for
I
men.
think that's
But
what makes it special and different,
mm,
because it's a platform for women only, especially women who would not want anybody else
Yeah.
to.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, because you turn up to the workouts wearing whatever you want.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
first thing in the morning, at the weekends, everyone's in their pajamas.
Yeah. Which is okay.
Which is great.
Yeah.
You're
At least they're-
comfortable.
At least
Yeah.
they're marking their presence. They're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
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 No matter how.
No,
It should be something comfortable.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Something comfortable in an environment that's comfortable.
Yes.
But do you know what I love the most, Samia? Is seeing the families joining together.
Well, that's nice.
So you've got your mums because you've got your workouts at like mid-evening type. So the children are still awake and they're still floating and what have you.
Yes.
They join in, and it's so nice to see.
Yeah.
And I always think you do it. You're turning up to a workout, but you're also inspiring your children.
Yes.
Because you, at the end of the day, are the greatest role model for your children,
Of
are you
course.
not, as a
Of
mother?
course. Of course. Yeah.
So if you want physical activity to be an important factor in your children's life.
Yes.
Because ultimately we want our children to be fit.
Especially
no?
at this day and age where kids are glued to their screens, social media and games, and so yeah, definitely.
And I'm sorry, but I come from an education background.
Yeah.
We do not do enough physical activity at
Yes.
school. It is
Yes.
not enough. It
Yeah.
is pushed to the side.
It is.
It
Yeah.
is an add-on,
Yeah.
a tokenistic subject.
Which shouldn't be the case. Yeah.
And the kids don't enjoy it at school anyway. It's not fun.
It has to be fun,
The PE
right?
curriculum is not fun. Maybe later on when the children are playing team sports.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not fun. And the teenage girls, it's the first thing that they drop is physical education. They work out with their mums at home, you know, and it's great. I love it. I love that more than anything. And you've got your 2-year-old, 3-year-olds jumping up and down in the background because their
That's
mothers are doing the
nice.
jumping jacks.
That's
It's
nice.
fun. The whole
That's
family is laughing and giggling at each other. You can see they're having fun.
Do you have a specific age group that you
Any.
any age? Yeah.
As long as they can
Like you said.
stand,
Yeah.
they can join in. But you know, I've seen babies in, you know, these little bouncy chairs,
Yeah.
6, 7 months, years old, on the side. The mother's working out, and the baby's having a hilarious time watching their mum jumping up and down and exercising. How cool is that?
It is. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's the entertainment for your
Of course.
baby.
Yeah.
But also, you're also instilling all the right values for that child.
Yeah.
Exercise is important.
No matter what.
And having small children is not an excuse.
Yeah, of course not.
They love it. They absolutely love it.
I feel that that's the best time to work out because when you have a baby, you're fully dedicated to that child.
Yeah.
You don't have time for yourself.
No, not even to brush your hair. Do you remember those days?
Oh, not even to pee. Brushing hair is a
You
luxury.
take the baby into the shower with you.
Peeing with them on your
yeah,
lap.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
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 I wish you were there.
I wish I was there.
I wish you were
I wish there was something there when I
Yes,
was, you know.
yes. But thanks to you, there's so many of them who wouldn't be saying what I'm saying. That I wish you were there. They must be saying that. Thank you for being there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that feels amazing.
And that's
doesn't
why I do it. And that's why I do it. And I know that there are more women out there that I can reach as a platform.
How do you see yourself reaching out to them?
Word of mouth. It's a word of mouth type of business, I'm afraid. You know,
Yeah.
no matter how much you advertise on social media or anywhere, really. Ultimately, you know, what works for you, you'll go and share it with your friend or your... But until they are ready, until they want it, they're not going to embrace it. So, but you're just passing the message on.
Of course.
And I know a lot of my clients try really hard with their network of friends or network of relatives, and you know they are constantly trying to pass on you
Yes.
know the word, but things like that take time.
And you have been, we're both part of the Human Connection community,
Absolutely.
Ruby.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you've been, we are very grateful that you have been with us for a month. You've offered us free workout sessions, half-an-hour sessions, alternate mornings and evenings. And that I hope would also create more awareness. Like you said, we spread the word.
Yeah.
So I hope that would also
Yeah.
bring you more women to join in,
Or even men.
not even
I've
men.
had men join the
Yes.
class. Yeah.
There was Brian.
Yeah.
There was Brian. There was
Yeah.
another one. Somebody else joined, or it was just Brian.
Yeah, but I think men are a little bit more dubious, you know.
Whether it's for women, whether they'll be able to do it or not.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I post a lot of videos of myself exercising, and a lot of it is like quirky, like stretchy movements, and
Yes.
it's like that would put men off straight away, I think.
But don't you think they need the stretching?
100%.
They do,
you know?
right?
Yeah. Even if you're going to the gym,
You still
and
need to
you
stretch.
the bodybuilders are the worst.
Yes.
They can't even like.
They're
they
stiff.
can't even rotate.
They're stiff.
The muscles are so big. No, mobility training it's a must.
And that's what you do.
Mm.
So could you also tell us about the different workouts that you do?
Yeah.
Because every day is a different workout.
Yeah. Every day there's a different type of workout, and that's what we need in our life.
Yes. So
You know.
what I still haven't been able to remember all of them, although I follow as much as I can. But
Yeah.
workout also has different types.
Yeah. Different types to target different parts of our fitness.
Yeah.
I mean, us as women, we need to be training our muscles.
Yes.
We need to be lifting weights.
Okay.
So my advice to women is if you want to do some strength training, invest in some weights, either
Right.
at the home or
Yeah.
use them at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to develop huge muscles. It's impossible. We have the testosterone.
Just toning.
It's toning.
Yeah.
We have the testosterone levels of a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah.
That's our equivalent. So we're never going to look big or buff or anything like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
But we need those muscles to be strong
Of course.
to protect our joints.
Yeah.
So if you're, I train a young lady who's in her 20s.
Yes.
And before she started my workouts, she was in constant pain from lower back, sciatica.
Oh.
And this is a girl in her 20s. And she was under a consultant at the hospital. They were trying to help her. She'd been in agony a lot. She couldn't walk. So this is a common problem.
Yes.
Not only people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Can you climb the stairs without your knees aching? Can you get out of bed even without the joints aching?
Yeah.
Those joints are very, very vulnerable.
Yes.
And they are affected by all sorts, whether it's hormonal imbalances, whether they're just generally quite weak from
Could be genetic as well.
osteoporosis, osteoarthritis that can kick in quite early.
Yes.
Tendinitis and all sorts of issues, So we need those muscles to be strong.
Yes.
So muscle training is it's vital, it's important. Then we need to work our heart and our lungs, and that's through the interval training.
Right.
I teach something called Tabata inspired, which is a Japanese style of HIIT workout. We love it. We love it because it's done within 27 minutes.
It's quick. It's
quick, and you only do one exercise for 20 seconds.
Wow. Have we tried that yet?
No, it's tonight.
Oops. And I might miss that tonight.
It's a good one. It's a good one. We need to train the heart. We need a strong heart and lungs.
We do. No matter how old we get, the older we get, the stronger we need to be, right?
Absolutely.
So that we can be
Absolutely. Yeah.
healthier while aging.
Absolutely. I mean, your respiratory system, your cardiovascular system, and your metabolic system, they all need to be exercised. And it's interval training that's the best. Walking on a treadmill or walking the dog or anything like that, it's great for mental health, but really doesn't do anything much for anything else.
Yeah.
So when people say to me, I do exercise,
I walk.
I say, oh, bless you. But
It's not enough.
what does it do? It's great for here,
Yes.
but what does it do for the rest of you?
Yes. Yes.
So
And half an hour is not
nothing.
a lot.
It goes just
It
like
does.
that.
It does. It's
You
like
know?
it's like 5 minutes.
I
Half
have
an hour
ladies
goes
that
like 5
come in
minutes.
from work.
Yes.
They put their food in the oven or their salad on the cooker to cook, and the children doing their homework.
Yes.
30 minutes, the workout is done, and that's it. Oof, they have the rest of the evening to do whatever they need
Feels
to do.
good.
Yeah.
Feels accomplished.
Yeah. It's just being organized and being very meticulous with your timing.
Yes.
The workout should not be an afterthought. It needs to be there in your timetable, like an appointment with the doctor. It needs to be there in your timetable,
It
or
has
an
to be
important
part
meeting.
of your
Schedule.
routine part of the day.
Yeah.
A very important part.
Yeah.
That too.
Exactly. So we've got strength training, we've got high intensity interval training, we've got mobility training, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's something that I've had to work on. I have a family history of osteoporosis and osteoarthritis.
Right.
My mother walks with a assisted frame, and she's only 75 years old.
Yes.
So I don't want any of that. I'm not having any of
Yes,
that. I
of
will not
course.
accept that
Yeah,
for myself. So
See, you broke the cycle.
it's
broke the cycle.
you can do it.
Yes.
You can do it.
Yes. If you can do it, anybody can.
100%. Absolutely. 100%. So, yeah, mobility training, and then your Pilates style inspired. I'm not Pilates trainer, but I do teach Pilates inspired exercises.
Yes. And they're really nice.
They're really good.
Yeah.
They're really good because you're
Yeah.
working on your core,
Yes.
you're
It's a
working on
complete
your
workout. Yes.
muscle strength.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
For Dubai,
Mm.
has it been different because you've been training women from all over
Mm.
Dubai because of the temperature? We're the
Mm.
summers. We're
Mm.
mostly in air-conditioned environments. How does that affects our joints, or does that affect?
I
Even
think it
deeper.
affects your mental well-being, to be honest, because we're confined to the home, aren't we?
Yes, it's not easy, right?
You can't go for a walk to clear your head. You're the community feel unless you physically actually go out there and
yeah.
get in a taxi or get in your car and go and meet people, which takes a lot of effort here in Dubai because you're sitting in
Yes.
traffic.
A
You're
lot
combating
of
the
it.
heat.
Yes, yes.
You know, it takes a lot of effort to get out your
It does.
home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think here in Dubai, I think these home workouts will. There's a niche here. There's a
Yes.
market here for it because, getting out the home is it takes a lot of thought and planning
And you're
here in Dubai.
actually bringing it to them, so it should be all the more easy and convenient.
Yeah, and people are so busy here. There's no work-life balance here
Yes.
like it is in Europe.
True. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah,
Actually. There's
yeah.
no work-life balance.
No.
So making that time would
Yeah.
actually help
Yeah.
them create that balance.
Yeah, so we've been doing very early morning workouts, so it would be pre-work,
Mm-hmm.
which is quite cool.
Yes. The
So you just do your
7
7:30
a.m. 7:30 a.m. workout.
do your
Yeah,
workout
that
before you go
helps,
to
that helps.
work,
Yeah.
and then quite late in the evening, so
Yes.
it gives people a chance to get home.
Yeah.
So the timings I'm doing in Dubai are very different to the timings that I do in the UK
Mm-hmm.
because there is more of a work-life balance there.
Yeah.
People are not working 10, 12 hours
a day.
No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Here they are.
They're,
Yeah.
You have to.
It's a different
You have to here.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Any last note for women, especially before we wrap it up?
Yeah. If you want a happier, healthier, longer, well-balanced life, exercise. Exercise consistently. Every day if you can. 30 minutes. That's my message.
Thank you. Noor, it was really nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
We could go on and on.
We
and on.
could.
There's so much
We
more
could.
to address, especially when it
Absolutely.
comes to women.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I really
So,
enjoyed this. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's so cool. You guys are cool.